Hi mate, I'd just like to start by saying a big welcome to our football club. How are you feeling about being appointed as Shildon's new manager?
Thank you. Delighted. Absolutely delighted. I think it's a great opportunity for me and Dino to come into a club, and I think we've to the people that know us, we've always been very clear about our ambition and wanting to try and manage as high as we can. And when this Shildon opportunity came about, there wasn't a better fit for us. So straight away, very interested and very grateful to be given the opportunity.
You've left the job at Crook to come here. I think your stint at Crook can be described as successful, can't it?
I think so. Yeah. I think I certainly believe so. I think when I took over, they'd been in the bottom three for the last couple of years. So to achieve promotion within a couple of years was obviously a success, and then kind of to the first season in the first division, be pretty much safe with 10-15 games to go was a great success. Obviously a Durham Challenge Cup final was an added bonus. It'd have been nice to have won it, but yeah, great season for the lads at Crook with a really young squad as well.
And they must have liked you there, judging by all the well wishes on social media. You left on good terms, yes?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Met a lot of good met a lot of good people up there, and people I now call friends for sure. People attached to the club and supporters as well. Got nothing but good words to say about the club. It was a really good time.
And it's going to be a long summer before you can actually get started. Is that a good or a bad thing?
I think Dino and I would like to get on the grass straight away and get going, but that's football. I'm not a big lover this time of the year. I'd just like the season to carry on month after month, because that's what I know and that's what I like, is training and games. But that's, like I say, that's football. You get used to that. But yeah, really looking forward to getting out and getting some form of regular games. And
what type of football can our fans look forward to? What's your preferred style? Safety first, or a bit of cavalier entertainment?
Mixture of both. I think when the ball's in our box, I don't expect us to be playing cavalier football, and when it's in their box, I don't expect us to be kicking it over the fence. Yeah, a little bit of both. We'll play football in the right areas. We'll try and play as much football as we can in their half. But when we're in the final third, we want to make sure that we have lots of opportunities and show lots of quality.
Can you tell us a little bit about your managerial background?
So before Crook, I was at Billingham Synthonia during a tough spell. I think the chairman basically said if you don't take over, the club's going to fold. So it was a challenging period in the first division, but managed to get through that and made sure the club stayed safe, which was important to me as a non-league football club, a Northern League football club. You don't ever want to see that go under. Then from there I moved on to Crook, and like I said, I had 4 years there, a couple in the second division, and then obviously last year in the first division. Prior to that, did a lot of coaching at Darlington Youth, so got good connections to young lads in the Darlington Football Club, and being from Darlington as well, that was certainly something I was grateful for as well.
Just going back a bit further, you played football in the Northern League, didn't you?
That's right, yeah, I had a couple of spells for Crook, probably played most of my time at Northallerton, had a really good spell there and had a good connection with the club. Played for a couple of years in the North East counties for Hallam and Maltby when I lived in Sheffield, so yeah, I've been about a bit.
Our whole management team have left us. Do you have a backup team lined up for yourself and Dino? Yeah, we're in some talks with a couple of people, and once things are firmed up, we'll let people know. But yeah, I had some really positive conversations with a few people early on. And once we finalise the minor details, we'll have another announcement to make. I know Cook played here last season, but have you seen us aside from that? Are you familiar with our squad of players?
I am, yeah. I know a lot of the players from their time in the Northern League, and I watched a game a couple of weeks before we played. You're doing my homework against Yorkshire Amateurs, which I think that night Shildon lost, but yeah, I'm a regular advocate of non-league football, so whenever I'm not entertaining with Crook, whether or not it's training or games, I'm out watching games. So yeah, I've been to Shildon a couple of times, but I know a lot of the players, I know how much quality is in this dressing room, and I'm really looking forward to working them, and in that regard I'm really keen to keep the bulk of the squad together.
I was going to say, I'm sure they're all contracted yet. Are you confident you can keep the current squad together?
Yeah, I believe so. The communication that I've had with the lads so far is been positive, and that's a big passion of Dino and I's is to keep the lads together, because they've shown they're capable at this level. So I think I'd be I'd be foolish to try and rip what's already successful up and try and start again. That's not our intention at all. Naturally, there might be 1 or 2 changes, and we'll look to probably bring 1 or 2 bodies in just to freshen it up. But on the whole, we want very much the lads to stay together.
That was my next question, actually. Do you have plans to strengthen the squad?
Yeah. Ultimately, yeah. I think from what we've seen and what we know, we know that we can probably strengthen in 1 or 2 areas, and that's something we'll look to do. But they've got to be the right fit for us. They've got to be the right people. The group the conversations I've had, the group are very strong and close knit. So you've got to tick that box as well as just be a good player. You've got to be the right person as well to come to us.
Are you familiar at all with the league, Shildon?
Just through watching games. So I've been to watch Tadcaster, I've been to watch Mask, Stockton, Tunstall, Shildon. I've been to a lot of those games this summer. So not had any, bar the odd pre-season game here and there. I've not had that much involvement in it. But I'd like to think I know a lot about the leagues in terms of the teams that we'll be up against in that regard, yeah.
And what's your aim for Shildon in the forthcoming season?
Build on last year, build on what was a really successful last season. For me, Mask and Liversidge were undoubtedly the 2 best sides, and Shildon showed how close they were to getting the extra time and 10 minutes away just last week. So taking them two out of the equation, you've then given yourself a real good opportunity to be fighting and knocking on the door again. I'm not going to come here and say we're going to win the league or we're going to get promoted, but if we can be as successful as we were last season, then we've got a strong chance of being right up there.
And it's like we're finishing up by wishing both of you the very best of luck in your new job.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that, man.
Top man.
Thank you.